So I just saw Hurry Up Tomorrow, the new surrealist thriller from Trey Edward Shults starring The Weeknd, Jenna Ortega, and Keoghan. I went in completely blind, hadn't heard the album it's tied to, knew nothing but the cast and the poster, and well, that might have been a mistake. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Hurry Up Tomorrow, a project that blends film and music in a really ambitious way. Directed by Trey Edward Shults, whose past work I really admire, and featuring Abel Tesfaye, aka The Weeknd, in a starring role, this one had me intrigued from the start. And full disclosure, I haven't listened to The Weeknd's Hurry Up Tomorrow album, which the movie seems heavily tied to, so this review will focus purely on the movie as a standalone piece. Before we dive in, if you enjoy my reviews, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support what I do, I have a Patreon where you can join for just $1 a month. At the $5 level, you can even request a review of your choice. Every bit of support helps keep the channel going, and it means a lot. Links in the description. Now, usually this is where I'd give you a plot synopsis, but that's a bit tricky here. The movie is more of a mood piece than a straightforward story. It plays like a series of surreal vignettes loosely tied together through imagery and music, with only hints of a narrative thread. If there is a story, it's buried deep under layers of symbolism, visuals, and abstraction. Let's start with the good. The soundtrack and score are absolutely top tier. The Weeknd and Daniel Lopatin, also known as One O Tricks Point Never, team up for the music, and it's one of the film's strongest elements. I'm a casual Weeknd fan. I've enjoyed most of his output, and the songs he brings to the film really hit. They feel cinematic, atmospheric, and moody in the best way. Lopatin's score, on the other hand, does what he always does best, creating these synth-heavy futuristic soundscapes that elevate the surreal tone of the movie. It's hypnotic and immersive, and the sound design in general is honestly excellent. Visually, this movie is eye candy. Shults and cinematographer Drew Daniels deliver striking creative shots throughout. There's an experimental energy to the way the camera moves, sometimes dreamlike, sometimes disorienting, but always captivating. I was never bored looking at this movie, even if I wasn't always following what was going on. As for the performances, everyone turns in solid work. Jenna Ortega and Keoghan stand out as the clear highlights. They both bring a grounded intensity that contrasts nicely with the dreamlike atmosphere. The Weeknd surprisingly holds his own too. He's not given a lot of heavy dialogue. Most of his screen time involves performing music or drifting through scenes, but he does a respectable job with what he's given. It's clear this was a passion project for him, and that energy shows. Now here's where the movie lost me. I had no idea what was happening. Like I said, I haven't heard the album, so maybe fans of Hurry Up Tomorrow will recognize themes or ideas that I missed. But for me, the lack of a coherent narrative made this hard to connect with. The film doesn't follow a traditional story structure at all. It's more like a long, abstract music video, impressionistic, symbolic, and sometimes impenetrable. There are moments where you think it's leading towards something concrete, but then it veers off again into surreal territory. I get that some movies are meant to be more of an experience than a narrative, but even then, the experience has to connect on some emotional or thematic level. For me, it did. There's a feeling that the movie is saying something maybe about fame, identity, or transformation, but it never becomes clear, and I honestly think this is a film that's going to resonate much more with die-hard Weeknd fans who are plugged into his artistic vision. For general audiences or even fans of Shults' past work, it might feel alienating or just plain confusing. So in the end, I'm giving Hurry Up Tomorrow a 2.5 out of 5. It's right down the middle. On a technical level, there's a lot to appreciate, especially the visuals, the music, and some of the performances. But without a clear narrative or emotional core, it's hard to fully invest in what's happening on screen. I wouldn't say I regret watching it. It's definitely a unique experience, but it's not one I see myself revisiting anytime soon. Maybe after I check out the album, I'll gain a deeper appreciation for what Shults and The Weeknd were going for, but as it stands, I was left more confused than captivated. If you've seen Hurry Up Tomorrow, let me know what you thought, especially if you've listened to the album. Did it help the movie click for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the review. If you want to go the extra mile and support the channel directly, check out my Patreon. $1 a month helps a ton, and for $5 you can request your own review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.